Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Aruf. So in this video I'm going to be answering all the questions that you guys have asked me relating to Turkey. So because there are a lot of questions, I've gotten so many questions, I have decided to divide them into two parts. So in this video I'm going to be focusing on questions that are related to studying in Turkey, and in my second video I'm going to be focusing on questions that are related to living in Turkey. So any question that is related to apartments, dorms, or living expenses, I'm going to be focusing on that video. So if you guys want to see that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Before I begin, I do want to say that this is my opinion, and I'm sure that other people have different opinions. So I do want to say that you should ask other people for their opinion and not base any decision just on my opinion, if that makes sense. But I really hope that this video helps. That is why I'm doing this. For those of you guys who don't know, I came back to Pakistan when the pandemic began. So I was one of the lucky ones. I actually got the last flight out to Pakistan, and I'm so lucky. I got to spend like 5 months of doing nothing and just spending them with my family, and it's been really nice. I'm going back on the 25th of September, so I still got a month here. Before I leave, I will be filming the second video as well, so that is something that you guys can look forward to. But let's begin. I hope you guys enjoy and this helps you. If these questions do not answer the questions that you guys were looking for, you can always message me on Instagram. I always reply there, and if I don't reply like immediately, I do reply after a while for sure. If you guys have any questions relating to living in Turkey, you can comment down below, and I will include them in the video that I will be filming. So don't forget to do that, and also subscribe if you want to see that. But let's begin. So the first question is, what are you studying? I get this question a lot. So right now I'm doing my undergraduate in psychological counseling and guidance, but I will be starting my double major. So I haven't yet applied for it, but I am going to be applying in a while, so like in a week or so, and then hopefully I will be starting my double major with psychology soon. The second question is your university internationally recognized? Is it in English? What is your experience? So for those of you who don't know, I study in Bahçeşehir University, and my university is internationally recognized, and it is an English medium university, which means that everything, like all the courses, are in English. My experience till now has been really nice. Like I have had a good time with like having friends and professors, and everything has been really nice. Yeah, till now, like for my first year, it's been nice. The third question is, how long will it take to learn Turkish? So like with every other language, I feel like whenever you start learning a language, it can take a lot of time. But I feel like if you put in a whole year, like maybe more than a year, like 2 years, you put in a lot of work, you put in a lot of time in learning that language, you can learn it. But it is hard. So for my university, we have 2 courses that we have to take. They're compulsory. For me, it was in my first and second semester, but I know for sure that there are other people who take it in their later semesters, like in their second or third year. But basically, they are Turkish language for foreign students 1 and 2, and those courses do not really like teach you Turkish basic, like in conversing, I guess. They do teach you a few phrases. For example, I learned my numbers through those courses. So like now I know I can ask the price of something, and I will know what the shopkeeper is telling me, like the price, whatever he's saying, I understand that. There are universities that offer the courses. For example, like they're separate from your major courses, I guess. There's just like a separate Turkish course. For my university, it's really expensive, so I don't think I'm going to be taking it. If I do decide to take it, there are other universities that offer, or other places that offer these courses that are far more cheaper than in my university, but maybe in your university they will be less cheaper as well. But those courses are much more like focused towards making you converse in Turkish. The next question is taking IELTS and TOEFL compulsory for taking admission in Turkish universities? So this is a question that mostly comes from people who want to do their masters in Turkey, and for them I feel like it may be compulsory for some universities, though I'm not sure about this, so you will probably have to do your research. But for undergraduate, I have not seen a university that have asked for TOEFL or IELTS till now, so I don't think it's necessary for undergraduate students. The next question is it compulsory to give SAT exam for admission? Okay. So SAT exam is something that some universities will ask as a way of you showing that you can speak English and that you are equipped to be studying in English. Some universities do not ask for that, but they will say that they will give you a scholarship if you have a good score in SAT. So you will have to do your research for that as well in whichever university that you're applying for. The next question is, what are the requirements for studying in Turkey? This is again something that you will have to check on the university's website. Each university may ask something different. Like I said before, some universities may ask for the SAT exam and some do not. So it basically depends on the university. But it's not that much. Like, you just have to finish your high school, and that's like the main I think requirement for it, but you will have to check your university's website for that. The seventh question is, do you find it hard to communicate with the professors or other students? For me, communicating with professors hasn't been that much of a problem. There was only one professor throughout my first year in which I had a little bit of difficulty communicating with, but other than that, all of my other professors were really nice. They were very communicative. Like, I could really easily communicate with them. For other students, I would say that for me, communicating with international students have never been a problem. I can easily talk to them and make friends with them. But with Turkish students, it's a bit more like harder, I guess. They're a lot more confined to their groups, and it's a lot more harder to talk to them, and they usually stay in their groups because they're speaking in Turkish, and it's hard for us as international students to infiltrate their group, if you want to say that. The next question is, can I work while studying? This is a question that I get so much. You have no idea how much. I think every day I get one question that's like, can I work while studying in Turkey? So I'm gonna point out that this is all my answers are based on my experience as an undergraduate, and I don't know really anything about masters or PhD students. But for undergraduate students, it is really hard for you to get a job if you cannot speak Turkish. Turkish companies and shops, they need someone who speaks Turkish. You can find something if you speak Arabic. I feel like there are a lot of companies in Istanbul especially, which would hire you if you speak Arabic, because there are a lot of people who speak Arabic there as well. But if you don't speak Turkish, it's Turkish or Arabic, it's really hard for you to get a job. But you can get a job in your university. For example, my university has an international office that I can work in. Obviously, it's also depend on if you get the job, because obviously you have to apply for it. But the thing is that they pay really less. Like, my university international office really pays enough for you to I guess only pay your living expenses. That is without rent, so it's really less. Maybe in other universities it's more. I'm not sure about that. So the next question is, how is life in Istanbul as an international student in terms of social life, communication, and getting around to places? So as an international student, I feel like your life really depends on the people you surround yourself with. Also, this is really obviously it depends on the person as well. Some people are much more happier spending time alone, but if you like people, having people around, if you have good friends around you, you will have a really good social life. You will be going to places, you will be exploring more. And I feel like just don't be hesitant to make friends. That is something in my first semester I really struggled with. I didn't have a lot of friends, and which is something that I really tried to recidify, I think that's what you say, in my second semester. And I went out more, I talked to more people, and it was really nice. My second semester was definitely more nicer than my first semester, even though I came back halfway through my halfway through my second semester. I had to come back here, but the half that I did have there was really nice. In terms of social life and communication, like, just make good friends. If you're an international student, you will definitely have a lot more international students around you in your university, and they are in the same boat as you, so it's not that hard to make international friends. It is harder to make Turkish friends, as I've said before, but you can easily make good friends in university if you just go out of your comfort zone and talk to more people. In terms of getting around to places, I use public transport, and it's really easy. It's literally on every stop, every like corner, there's a bus stop, and you can easily go from one place to another. And it's really easy to get around to places. I think that is what this question was asking about, but if I misunderstood, let me know and ask me another question. I will reply in the comments. The next question is, do I need to take safety measures in Istanbul? Now, this is a question I get from girls a lot, and as a girl, I can tell you that honestly, it's really safe if you take precautions. Obviously, in every city, I feel like every country, there's always some areas that are more dangerous than others, or some areas that are more safer than others. So you really have to do your research for that, and just take precautions, like try not to go too late. If you're walking home, try not to go too late back. If you're taking a taxi, make sure someone of your friends knows, especially late at night. If you're taking a taxi, make sure some of your friends or one of your friends definitely knows where you are, and like send them your location or something. Try to always have internet with you, because most of the time, like when you're using your internet, it's easier for you to contact people as well, and also search where you are. Just like make sure, do your research and see which are safer places for you to be at, and you will be fine. I till now, I have had no problem. I've never felt unsafe anytime I've been there till now. So if that changes in the future, I will let you know, but I don't think it will, because I try to take as much precautions as I can, which are not a lot, because honestly, I try not to go to dangerous places, which I'm sure you guys will not as well, and you will be fine. Next question is, what areas do you recommend students to live in? For me, I feel like, this is my personal opinion again, I feel like students should try to live near their universities. If you're a student, because when you live near your university, it's easier for you to stay late at the university if there's something going on, and that way it's much more easier for you to make friends. I feel like that is one of the things that I've noticed as well. And when you live near the university, it's easier for you to commute to the university. That also cut down your transportation cost, and that's what I recommend. But there are also other areas, like just try to stay near like 20 minutes to your university or 30 minutes to your university. But obviously, for a lot of people there is the issue of budget, and for that you will obviously have to stay a little bit further, because usually places near the university are more expensive than places that are a little further from the university. Do you face a lot of problems because of the language barrier? Okay, so in my university, I don't face any problems. My university is English. If I have to communicate with everybody, everybody speaks English, so it's not a problem for me. When I'm outside, most of the time I am using my Google Translate on my phone. That is one of the big, most apps that I've used, most used app in my phone. But that was one of my most used apps in the beginning. But now, usually when I'm in a shop, I know a few phrases that I can say to the shopkeeper. But if I don't, then I use my Google Translate. If I have to communicate with maybe a taxi driver, I use it, which I don't really, because I told you that I don't really use taxis. But it's not much of a difference if you don't have to communicate with a lot of people outside of your university. And if you have Google Translate, then it makes everything easier. What is the ideal time to apply? The ideal time to apply in Turkey, I feel like there's no really ideal time. if you guys know for sure that you want to study in Turkey, I feel like you should apply by April, like May, so that you can get that out of the way and you can focus on giving your final exams, which was for me. For example, I was giving in my last year of A levels, so I knew I was going to Turkey, so I got done with everything, like all the registration thing, like paying and everything. I got done with it by like end of May. But honestly, there is no idle time, because Turkish universities have their admission open by late September at least, I think. So you have a lot of time to apply and there's no like issue there. But the last question is, what is my experience? So this is a question I get a lot too. Overall, my experience has been really nice. I feel like I was one of the lucky ones. I think YouTube has also given me a way to make my experience more like wholesome, I feel like, and I try to do more things for you guys, to show you guys how life can be in Istanbul, and I will be doing more stuff in the future as well. But it really depends on you. The more you like go out, the more you talk to people, the more nicer it will be for you, the more you explore. Especially like I like going out on walks, and it's been like a really nice experience for me. For someone who's lived at home for like all my life, obviously it was a nice change, and I've got to learn so much. I didn't do anything at home, and when I went there I have to do everything myself. And I feel like for a lot of people that is something that is like they don't look forward to, but I actually like doing all my things. I feel like it gives me a sense of purpose and a sense of independentness. I don't know if that's a word, but like I feel that I feel happy doing my stuff, you know. And my experience has been really nice till so far. If anything changes, I will let you guys know, as I said before. Before I end this video, I want to ask you a few questions. I really want you guys to comment down below any questions you have related to living in Turkey, so that I can include those questions in my next video, which is going to be probably longer than this, because there's a lot to say about apartments and all that, and I will try to do my best in explaining everything that I've learned so far. I do want to say that this is just my first year, so maybe I don't have all the information, but I will try to get information from the internet and everything to give you a more overview of what it is like living in Turkey, and like the cost and everything. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.